You can see what China's doing now. They're posturing. I think both capitals are going to need to do some posturing to make sure that they play to their demographics. China cannot move away and cannot walk away from the table for the talks, and so obviously them presenting a white paper on suggestions on ways to move forward, I think it's a good sign. I think that they're obviously signaling that they need to come to the table. They need to continue to negotiate, and we're gonna hopefully find a resolution on this.
Everybody can posture, but at some point somebody's got to give a little bit.
Yeah. I think that China ultimately needs access to our U.S. consumers and their U.S. market, and they're going to have to find ways to get in there. The U.S. is probably going to have to make some concessions as well, and I think both sides are bringing up some things that are probably not directly related to the trade talks, some technology issues and others. But I think that at the end of the day, we're going to come to a place where we're going to find a way to get to yes.
You know, two ways to look at the markets. Number one, May was weak, the weakest month since December. The Dow falling 5%, the Nasdaq falling 7%, but all the major indexes are still higher this year. Do you think the market is expressing the right level of optimism? Are they overly worried? Are they not worried enough?
I'd buy now. I mean, I'd buy. I 100% expect that we're going to get a negotiated.
We're going to get a deal.
Yeah, we're going to get a deal on this.
You think?
I 100% believe.
You think equity markets will recover?
I do.
Because a deal is going to be forthcoming.
I do.
And you know these players, excuse me, you know these players, but there's some tough talk out there. We had Peter Navarro on the show on Friday. You know, Stephen Miller apparently has the president's ears. They're flying back from Japan. I don't want to call these hardliners, but they certainly have a perspective, which is this is the way to do it. Do you think the president has any flexibility on this, the way he's going to approach it?
I would say there's certainly some China skeptics in the administration, and they've expressed their view to the president, and there are some people who are more geared toward a deal. So I think that the president, as he always does, brings people with very strong opinions and sits them down, and they battle out in front of him. I think at the end of the day, I think we're going to get there. The president wants to find a deal. What we've done in the past, previous administrations, and my time in Washington has not worked. This president wants a deal, and I think that a hardline approach is probably going to it's changing the way that
we need to. Okay, but before we let you go, you're obviously optimistic. You said buy now. You think things are going to be. Give us the main reason to be up. Give us a little good news on this Monday morning with Dow futures down about 100 points again.
Yeah, so like China has to, the only way that China makes sure that they continue to grow at the rate they need to is by having access to U.S. consumers. The only way to do that is to lower the tariffs, and then the only way to do that is to get you a trade deal. So at the end of the day, you back out. Ultimately, very soon, I believe, we're going to get to a deal because China has to have access to our markets.